Cancer, prepare to have your beliefs expand and your world change. The nodes have shifted into your 9th and your 3rd houses, and profound shift is ahead for you. In this video, I will break down the whole year and a half transit. So stick with me, and I will go through all of it with you. Welcome, beloved souls. Welcome back if you've been here before. My name is Vivía, and this is my channel, Your Soul as Well, where I use astrology to help us navigate our shifting and exciting and sometimes turbulent world. I am a certified professional astrologer using the Western tropical zodiac, and I'm delighted to have you here with me today. I want to remind everybody that this is what I do for work, and I'm really trying to build my presence here. So if you like my work, please like and subscribe and hit the notification bell so you won't miss an upload. Cancer, here is your chart, and you can see here that the North Node has shifted from your 10th house of Aries into your 9th house of Pisces, and that the South Node has shifted here into your 3rd house of Virgo from your 4th of Libra. In this time period, you can expect significant change to these houses. This year and a half nodal shift is highlighting your 9th and 3rd houses. With the North Node in your 9th house, the point where energy is coming in, it's going to bring emphasis into higher learning, philosophy, perhaps religion or spirituality might expand, travel. This really is a time to expand your mind through whichever avenue appeals to you, whether it's a higher level of study. This is a prime time to start and take on some type of new study. Perhaps you'll be studying abroad or studying a different culture or a different language. It could be philosophical in nature or spiritual in nature, because this house covers those areas. Yes, and you may feel drawn to learning about new cultures or a new way of life. This placement indicates a need to broaden one's horizons and explore new belief systems. With this placement, there is ample energy being provided to travel. This is a great time to take on any type of long distance travels. If you've wanted to do that and held off, now is the time. And you might find that opportunities for long distance travel and exploration are likely to arise. This travel could be for spiritual purposes or educational purposes. You may be drawn to go explore the world and experience new things, going beyond your regular everyday activities. Since this is the house of spirituality, you might find that you're growing spiritually, and there will be ample spiritual growth for you. You might want to deepen your spiritual practices or bring some new ones in altogether. If you've never explored spirituality, this will be a prime time to do so. It really can be a time of spiritual awakening with an increase in spiritual understanding, knowledge, and wisdom. Some Cancer risings might be called to teach or even publish works, sharing your wisdom with others. It is the house of legalities, so there might be court cases or legal matters for some of you, and you may have to deal with this. If it does end up involving your belief system, you will be here reevaluating your belief system, taking a look at what your beliefs are and seeing if they're still true for you or if they need to be revamped in favor of ones that are more supportive of your path. With the South Node moving through your 3rd house, this house is associated with communication, short distance trips, your immediate environment, your siblings, your aunties and uncles and cousins. Your very close-knit friends are found in this group as well, the ones that you might see on a regular everyday basis. So the South Node is the area where there's less energy and less emphasis. So there might be less time for all of those things I've just stated. And because it's the house of your thinking mind and communication, this placement indicates a time to release overthinking and overanalyzing and looking to see where you are limited there. You might even feel a need to release micromanaging of your daily schedule or your daily life. Some of you might feel the need to let go of always being right or even having to prove yourself to others. So it's very liberating for your mind and your belief systems and for how you interact with others others around you. And there's an opportunity as well to let go of tension with siblings or very close-knit family. You may find that you will be drawn to letting go of some of the things that you do in daily life to make room and time for some new pursuits up there in your ninth house. And if you look back to the time period of June 2006 to December of 2007, this is when the North Node was last in your house of Pisces and your house of Virgo. You might see similar themes. So reflect back to that period of time in your life, reflect back to what was happening there in your life, because that could give you a general idea of some of the things that might come back up or some of the themes you may be exploring again. So now I'm going to go through some of the key dates and conjunctions and transits to the North Node in your ninth house, Cancer. So the North Node, as I said, moved in on the 12th, and as soon as it did, it was already applying to a conjunction with Neptune. So Neptune and Pisces both have this dissipating element to them. So it could lead to some unsureness, not being clear around this higher house here, your ninth house of your higher mind and higher pursuits. On February 1st, Venus conjuncts the North Node. Venus conjuncted Neptune alongside the moon right here in this ninth house. And if you watch my other video, you can go back and watch it on the nodes of the moon. I went through all of these in detail if you want more information for greater context, but I spoke in that video to how this provides a magical and really mystical, surreal element and just leaves this feeling quite nice just to start off with for all of us. And so that's here in your ninth house. So a dreamy an element to it, and to your ninth house of pursuing higher of your spirituality, your ninth house of spirituality. So this is the energy that it's left with, the imprint that this first Venus conjunction here is bringing to this house. On February 7th or 6th, depending on where you are, the North Node made its exact conjunction to Neptune at 28 degrees of Pisces. So again, just expanding on that theme of mysticism and magic and a certain dreamy quality here, but also we need to watch for escapism or deceit or not seeing clearly, because that's what Neptune can tend to do. And the North Node bringing this in, the North Node is a point that magnifies whatever is coming into contact with. On February 27th, there's a new moon, and it's happening right here in your ninth house at 9 degrees of Pisces. Now, this is a significant point that I've been pointing out, because later on, many of these planets will come in conjunct here. Whatever you are seeding here in this new moon is going to come back around, and you're going to have an opportunity to explore it again and come back to it to make sure if that is something that you want, and to watch it flourish and grow. On March 1st, Mercury comes into conjunction with the North Node here in your ninth house at 27 degrees of Pisces. So the Mercury is the mind and communication and ideas and thoughts, and up here in your ninth house alongside of the North Node and Neptune, it could be some real downloads of information regarding your spirituality or the path forward that you would like to take in your life. So that will be a good time to start paying attention to the feelings that you're getting, the urges, perhaps even dreams, or your inclinations. Just pay attention, Cancer, to what's coming through for you. On March 14th or 13th, depending on where you are in the world, there's a lunar eclipse happening at 23 degrees of Virgo here in your third house. So lunar eclipses close things off. They tend to be portals that bring us information and energy and very karmic changes. So something in your third house. So endings, maybe ending with all of those things. Something in your immediate environment is shifting. Perhaps relationships with your siblings are shifting, or perhaps just, again, that time, needing to restructure time or less time devoted to whatever daily activities or routines that this third house had you doing in order to focus more time up here pursuing your ninth house dreams. On March 17th, the Sun conjuncts the North Node at 27 degrees of Pisces up here in your ninth house. And so this is just bringing illumination, your conscious attention to whatever it is that's being birthed here in this chart, whatever is trying to come through, whatever spirit is trying to bring to you. The Sun is planet of vitality, and it's considered a masculine planet and can also represent leadership. So maybe somebody coming in to help you with this path, moving you forward on your path here in your ninth house. So Venus makes 4 conjunctions to the North Node when the North Node is in Pisces, and that's great for all of us for many reasons. We'll all have a chance to go over and read reevaluate things that we're pursuing or putting into action. And Venus is exalted in Pisces. And again, you can go back to that video to listen to more about this. So that means she's strong in Pisces and she's bringing about her best qualities for wealth and resources and love and relationship and harmony and beauty, because that's what Venus rules over. So on April 1st, Venus conjuncts the North Node while in retrograde, and this is her second time passing over the North Node now. So it's going to be a time to reevaluate where you're at here, what you're pursuing in your life, if it's worth it, if you really want it, if it's bringing you the energy that you need in your life to move on your path. On April 21st, Saturn conjuncts the North Node at 26 degrees of Pisces. So Saturn is the planet that brings in realism, and it will help you take off the rose-colored glasses, so to speak, and look at things really squarely in the face and to see if it's really in your highest good, if it's what you really want, if there has been any deception, or if there has been any type of cloudiness or fogginess on what to pursue here in this ninth house. Saturn is going to come in and help you really put this into perspective and really look at this realistically. On April 23rd, Venus now makes its third conjunction. She is in direct motion, but in shadow, conjuncting the North Node at 26 degrees. Again, going back over that same territory, again, just looking at what it is that you really want in your life, because Venus is the planet that shows us our desires and can point to help us really establish what it is that we want in our lives and the path that we want to go forward. So again, this is all happening up here in your ninth house of higher beliefs, education, spirituality. On June 9th, Jupiter moves from your 12th house of Gemini into your first house, Cancer, of self. And it will stay there for a whole year, Cancer. All of us get 1 year out of 12, Jupiter in our sign, starting this year at the beginning of June until the end of June of 2026. This is your year, and it's great for you, Cancer. It's great for all of us, especially great for you, Cancer, because Jupiter is exalted in Cancer, and that means Jupiter is working at its fullest potential, and Jupiter rules over abundance and prosperity and luck and joy and our beliefs and our faith and optimism. And these things will be more accessible to all of us as Jupiter flows through Cancer. Jupiter will be also trining here your ninth house of higher education and spirituality and beliefs. So that is going to be a wonderful time for you, Cancer. On August 16th or 15th, depending on where you are in the world, Venus will trine the North Node. She at 18 degrees, and she will have just conjuncted and passed Jupiter here in the first house. So Venus will be now in your first house. She'll have just passed Jupiter, and she'll be trining as well your ninth house. So just more of this energy of benevolence, because Venus is the lesser benefic, bringing opportunity in for expansion of wealth, relationships with women, just harmony and beauty here and through your ninth house. On September 3rd, Jupiter in your first house will make its exact trine with the North Node at 18 degrees in your ninth house. So again, the principle of expansion and opportunity coming in a trine aspect to your ninth house is really going to expand this house and allow you to have just so much more access to the opportunities of this ninth house of expanding your mind, your spirituality, and travel. On September 7th, there is a lunar eclipse happening in your ninth house at 15 degrees of Pisces. So lunar eclipses tend to close things off. Again, they're portals of energy, and they tend to finalize things for us or end things that were no longer working. They tend to be karmic in nature, meaning that they were destined anyways to stop. So something up here in your house is ending. There's something being finalized here. There's something being finished here in your house. And as I have been telling my clients and in previous videos, Pisces is the sign of water and Neptune as well in there. It's just, it's important just to ebb and to flow with what is happening and not to resist the change that's coming in. Anything that's closing off or anything that's ending, it's ending for your higher good, for you to move on to the path, your best path forward. And remember, this is the placement still of the North Node. So as the North Node is going through your ninth house, it's still bringing lots of new opportunity for you. So anything that's closing here or ending here, not to worry, because there's still lots of opportunity for newness to come in. On September 21st, down in your third house, there will be a solar eclipse at 29 degrees of Virgo. Now, this is your third house here. So again, all those themes reflect back on those themes. And solar eclipses tend to bring new things into our awareness or new experiences. It is alongside here the South Node. So something ending for you and something beginning. So watch for that. Also take note, the 29th degree is what is known as the critical degree in astrology and can lead to crisis crisis-prone moments. It does not have to be a crisis-prone moment. If we are listening and heeding the messages of spirit before us, we can take the steps that we need to not have extreme things happen in our life, or dramatic things, or crisis-oriented things. But just be aware of that. Something in your immediate community, perhaps with your siblings, or some type of communication, or your everyday life matters of the mind and thought processes. So it could simply be a thought process that no longer is serving you and that now needs to leave in order for higher information to come in, a more benevolent and spiritually directed information. Moving into next year now, on February 11th, we have the first of the conjunctions here I had mentioned to the 9 degrees new moon that's happening on February 27th of 2025, and it will be Mercury. Mercury will conjunct the North Node at this degree 9. Then on February 17th, Venus conjuncts the North Node at 8 degrees. Then on February 27th, the Sun will conjunct the North Node at 8 degrees. Then on March 13th, Mars comes in and conjuncts the node at 8 degrees. And then on March 22nd, Mercury conjuncts again at 8 degrees. So Mercury is coming along. Mercury is in shadow after leaving retrograde, but this is next year, 2026, but it's going over old ground, but it's bringing up again some of the issues, and it might bring up some of the issues for you to focus on from that Pisces new moon on February 27th. And then Venus comes along, and Venus is our value system and our desires, our wealth as well, right? And our relationships, our harmony. And she's going to come along again and show you, really put it to your face. Like, do you really want this? Is this what you really want in your life? So lots of time for Venus to go through and to be showing you over and over again what it is that will be in best alignment and most harmony and what you truly desire. When the Sun comes along, the Sun will be shining a spotlight and helping you to really see what it is that you want in this area of your life and what it is you do truly want to pursue. By the time Mars gets there, Mars is going to be able to help you action anything. Mars, the planet of action, putting into action anything that you have your previous thoughts or ideas that came through, or flashes of inspiration, or any of the whatever is coming up here. Mars is going to help you put into place even more. And then by the time Mercury is there again, it's again just showing you and bringing you more information about the same territory here in the sky, as well as in your chart and as well as in your life. There's one more eclipse happening in Virgo. It happens here in your 3rd house at 12 degrees of Virgo. So again, finality in this house. Lunar eclipse alongside the lunar node, something ending in this 3rd house. On July 26th of 2026, the nodes leave your 9th house of Pisces and move into your 8th house of Aquarius, where they will be with Pluto for a whole year and a half. And the South node moves from your house of Virgo into your 2nd house of Leo, where they will also be for a whole year and a half. And that's another video for another time, and I hope that you watch for that. And then after the nodes shift out, we will have one more eclipse here in Pisces on August 28th of 2026. The lunar eclipse in Pisces will happen at 4 degrees and 51 minutes here in your 9th house. So again, closure around your 9th house issues. And by this time, the node has moved into Aquarius already. And then the very last eclipse that we have in either one of these signs happens on February 27th of 2027. It's a lunar eclipse happening right at the beginning of your 3rd house here at 1 degree and 58 minutes of Virgo. So lots of closures here in your 3rd house and endings and finalities over the next couple of years. So that will be a big shift for you, beloved Cancer. And what this, I think, amounts to for you is a lot of spiritual exploration. There's a major theme here for you, Cancer, of exploring your spirituality and expanding your higher mind. This transit really encourages you to step out of your comfort zone and embrace new experiences that challenge your current worldview. It really is such a prime time to broaden your horizons in multiple areas of life, including travel, education, and philosophy. This transit is about trusting your intuition and internal guidance. It might bring fated encounters that lead to personal growth and transformation. It really is is about aligning to a higher purpose and vision for yourself. There may be a tendency to overthink or overanalyze situations, but now is the time to calm that mind and let those thoughts go. It's also about ridding yourself of any old rigid belief systems and allowing new information in, allowing new beliefs in, so you are better prepared to engage with the unknown. So embrace those opportunities, Cancer, to travel, to experience higher elevated education, spirituality, and go with the flow, trust your intuition and your inner guidance, and to be open to new belief systems. I just want to remind everyone to subscribe to my channel and hit the like button, as well as hitting the notification bell so you don't miss an upload. Stay blessed, beloved Cancer, and I'll see you on the next video.